What is up, gym fans? It is the week of September 15th. I am Patricia.
And I'm Carissa.
And this is Decoded.
Woo! Episode 2.
Episode 2. Woohoo! We made it through the first one. Got a lot of great feedback. So we're here. We're still existing.
Grinding.
We're thriving. We're grinding. Carissa just moved literally across the country over the weekend.
Sure did.
And still made it for our episode.
We're about to be a lot more consistent on social media starting this week. So make sure you're following because last week was a little bit of a bust on my end. A little tired.
Decoded Gym Pod. Follow Decoded Gym Pod.
Yes.
I think Carissa will post. Still, we have a couple more clips from episode 1 that I think they just made me cry laughing.
Yeah, they have to. They must get posted. They're posted on the TikTok, but they need to get posted on the Instagram too.
They were so funny. I literally was like crying, laughing, and couldn't breathe at which one was it? It was, I mean, the Lorax one I didn't expect, and then I think it was the Heidi Klum one, which was a joint effort on our part because I was literally like, hey, add this Heidi Klum Halloween party one.
So good because in my podcast experience, we haven't really done anything like Mimi yet. Like I haven't at least, and like. It's because the direction, like usually if people want that, they'd tell me. And so when she came back and was like, hey, you should add in some memes, I was like, got it locked and loaded. Here we go. This is what I'm made for. And then so I was making the clips and I was like, I hope she's going to think this is funny because I do.
Oh, yeah. We've got a sense of humor here. So we will be using it. Or at least I like to think that I have a sense of humor. My brother and sister say that I'm not funny. But
oh, well, I've been told by numerous people that I'm very funny, and I'm going to let that go right to my head. So
I will say once I got pregnant, they were just like, you seem like funnier. That kid must be hilarious. But of course,
Henry's going to be a stand-up comedian.
Henry can't speak yet, so jury's still out. I don't know.
We're going to get him on the pod when he's older. He's going to be hilarious. Oh, yeah. Can't wait.
But, gosh. Okay. All right,
let's get into it. We go.
Let's get into it. Let's do our sticks and wobbles for the week. Let's start with the wobbles like we do because we want to end on a positive note.
Absolutely.
My wobble is my kid is still, he was sleeping through the night. Like he was sleeping like 7, 8, 9. Like he had a night where I think he slept like 10 hours and he's 3 months old, guys.
Yeah.
But he was sleeping through the night, and now he's like, they say, some people say don't call it a regression, but they usually say like when they're learning something or when they're going through a growth spurt, they like regress in their sleep. And so he's back to waking up at like 3 or 4 a.m. And of course, I am feeding him. I am his nourishment. I'm a cow. So,
So Patricia's really tired, is what she said.
I'm exhausted. My kid is, I'm waiting, hoping that he doesn't wake up. But that being said, yeah, so I'm tired. He is not sleeping through the night anymore, and that's okay. But we'll get through it. Being a mom is great. Nobody said it's also not challenging. So
no, it's not. But this is going to be your fun for the week. And then everybody here is going to give you a lot of grace because we're also tired. Not for the reasons that you're tired, but I can tell you I'm tired. So I'm always tired. So I can only imagine. I can only imagine what you're going through.
He's so wonderful. I love him. Just tired. So, it's fine. It's fine. I try to go to sleep at a decent time, but then I'm up editing or doing graphics for social because Carissa runs the Decoded social. I run the Gym Now social for the most part. She has will post various things back and forth.
Yeah.
But so
she's anything Gym Now pretty much Patricia does.
Definitely goes through me. I get
it. She does it all. It's like kind of like wild. There's gonna be a documentary about it one day. Because I think boring. At one point I'd literally be like, I give up. Just post it. just literally write what you want. Just put it out there. I'm so tired. Like this is why I can't run the publication because I would be like, I trust you.
Yeah, the documentary would be really boring because I would just be sitting. That's my desk. I'm sitting at my husband's desk now, but I would just literally be sitting there like hunched over it like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, just like that's just what I do.
Have to get this out now, please.
That's just what I do most of the time. And then, or I might be sitting on our porch or something, but
oh, a porch is nice. I love a porch.
I love Quasimodo too. I'm not giving any hate to Quasimodo. I just want to disclaim that.
He slays.
Awesome.
I think I'm pretty sure our entire generation's gonna look like him. So
yeah, the way we all like sit here.
Yeah, we're all gonna literally as I'm sitting here like this right now. That's exactly
I am working on like trying to get that.
I did see you do that when we started the podcast. I was like,
look at this is from Abercrombie actually.
Hold
on, let me show you.
Oh, it's so cool. Wait, I think I saw that and I wanted to get it, but I didn't.
They have like an Atlanta one, so I have like an Atlanta one. This is LA, and then I have like a couple pullovers too. They had them last year. I think they still have some, but I was like, why not? So.
Love that.
All right, what's your wobble, Carissa?
There are so many to choose from. My wobble is going to be that I moved across the country and I had to fit everything into my car, which notoriously I had to get a new car, and I love my car. I love her. I picked a good car. I love her. She is much smaller than my Subaru Forester.
Oh yeah. She is. Your Subaru Forester was pretty small, wasn't it?
No,
that
it
was the one
big.
I rode in.
No, that thing was it looked small, like it felt small in the front, but you could fit a whole apartment in that thing. I moved up and down the country in that thing multiple times. This car, not so much. I was able to fit everything that's important, aka my cat, me, clothes, my laptop, and work gear. However, I did have to leave my Nespresso, and that was really hard for me.
Out of all the things, you had to leave your Nespresso?
Well, it doesn't bend, so it wasn't going to get shoved into a spot. So I did have to leave my Nespresso, and if you know anything about me, it's that I do have 2 quad lattes at the start of every day, and they're my pride and joy, and I make them so well. Amen. I finished mine. However, it was an excuse for me to get a new Nespresso, so I got the yellow one, and it was on sale.
Ooh.
So, slay. So, a
Cute.
wobble, because it was sad to part with my partner in crime for the last 3 years, but kind of turned into a stick at the end there.
Yeah. I'm amazed that you literally did all of that and you're here recording. So, this is you should like insert
Patricia.
applause. Insert applause right here.
Well, I realized I got the whole podcast edited on Thursday, and then on Thursday I realized, I should probably pack and clean my entire apartment because I have to leave on Saturday, and it's Thursday night at this point. Well, then, I started making clips, and I was at Starbucks.
You texted me at 10 p.m. at Starbucks, or it's 10 p.m. my time, I guess 9 p.m. Did they kick you out?
Yes, the poor Starbucks workers were like, wait, you're gonna die. It really took me back to my MMJ days, on the news when I would be in my little car at 1 a.m. editing in the middle of nowhere. I was in North Texas somewhere that I'm not familiar with. And I was at the Starbucks, and I just pulled over because I don't have Wi-Fi at my apartment because I was moving. So I was like, let me just sit in the Starbucks for a couple hours. It'll only take a couple hours. It was 7 when I started, and I got so carried away. This poor sweet worker, I look up. There's nobody in the Starbucks. I'm like, great. I look up. He's like, hi, we do close at 9. It's 8:55. I'm like, sick, perfect, sounds good. I just literally closed my laptop, moved to my car, and I could still access the Starbucks Wi-Fi. So I just finished in my car and sent it all to Patricia, and then I was like, slay, I could go home. So then I didn't even start packing and cleaning until 3 p.m. on Friday. And then I drove on Saturday across the country. So yeah, needless to say, I did text Patricia on Friday, and I said, hey girl, I want you to know it's not going to be like this always, but right now, for this next 72 hours, I am going to be in rough shape. It was tough.
Hey, I'm proud of you. You made it.
Thanks.
You survived, and gosh, you are grinding, and we so appreciate that. So
thank you. I know. I just can't wait to post more because I love social clips.
I can't wait. We're gonna have so much fun with it. Watch out for that Lorax and that
when you see the Lorax
Halloween
tag,
party.
Tag Patricia and tell her she's got to be the Lorax, actually. And that her son should be the little fluffy stick that the Lorax carries.
My costumes are literally back here on the floor right here in this box. There is actually, hold on.
I'm dead. She's going to show us. We must see. Let me see. Oh, stop.
Hold on.
No, I'm so scared. Wow. You should wear that the whole podcast.
This is my Onceler hat. This is for my costume. So I'll be wearing this, and I have like a whole green
suit
coat suit thing. You can like insert a picture of the Onceler right here. So this is my costume. And then all the other supplies, except for to create a tree. I don't know how to create a tree. We're just gonna get there when we get there. So
absolutely. Yeah. Hey, leave some tips and tricks if you know how to create a tree in the comments. Help our girl out, because she's the mom and I am just not. So some of the other moms got to help her out, because I'm not creative like that.
I'm learning all the mom things, learning how to sunbake. You'll have to look that one up, but I'm not going to explain that.
I was about to say, what is...
It's just, you basically put clothes with not good stains, because you can't continue to buy clothes. It is not financially smart to just go replace your kids' blown out clothes. So you go and you rinse it, squeeze it out, go lay it in the sun. The sun, like, the stains disappear.
Okay, cool.
I've done it. I'm started doing it for my clothes. Not that I'm not blowing out my clothes, guys,
I was about to say,
but like I get like coffee on it or something. No, I get like coffee or something on it, and I go put it next to my kids' clothes, and then like you bring it in, and then you spray with a little bit more stain remover, and you put it in the wash, and it's good. So
heck yeah. We are in such different stages of life, but I just admire you so much.
It's so funny. Thank you. I admire you, Miss Driving Across the Country.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what's your stick? We gotta get back on track here.
Okay,
we got a kid to tend to.
Katie Guillory, LSU's gym strength and conditioning coach, celebrated her birthday last week by deadlifting just 10 after having part of her left leg amputated in a freak jet ski accident. It's insane.
There was no point in time that I knew where that story was going.
Well, Katie,
there was not one singular moment where I thought that story was taking that turn.
I considered rewriting it with like a preface of the accident, but I mean, she is taking it. No, literally.
First of all, that's insane.
It
Go
is.
pop off, queen. But you truly, wow. I had no idea that we were going in any of those directions. I'm so glad that you've moved this to this part, because we would have had to stop the story, as I would have had to had my own reaction, because that is insane story.
Yep. It is. It's crazy. It was literally, you can, I left the link in the script so you can go read about it. Maybe you can include it in the show notes, because it's an incredible story. I mean, not incredible in the fact that obviously it's tragic accident, but also, there's just a great story of perseverance there, and like such strength to be back dead, literally in the LSU gym. It seems like LSU, the university itself, is really lifting her up. The whole program has lifted her up. I think there's a GoFundMe for her. I'm not sure if that's still active, but she got like hit by a wave, and apparently I think like her like leg got stuck or something, and apparently the ambulance and the emergency officials were like super efficient. They said it went as well as possible. They were able, obviously, to save her life. They had to amputate part of her left leg. And again, 10 weeks later, like,
that's insane.
I'm not even deadlifting yet, and I had a baby 3 months ago, and this is like, this is way and beyond having a child. And she's 10 weeks in deadlifting. She has like an actual like weight. It's very impressive. She has like a weightlifting prosthetic that specifically, like, I guess it might like kind of like hook into the floor.
Oh.
And then she can deadlift and do other things. So she, was doing that.
That's insane.
It's very cool. She actually is a former softball player,
Yeah.
and I cover
Mm-hmm.
Paralympic stuff for NBC,
Yeah.
and Paralympics has my heart. Like, I love gym, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
when Paralympic times come around,
Yeah.
it's just incredible, and it gets me fired up.
Yeah.
And this is actually like the start of a lot of Paralympians stories happen with accidents like this.
Yeah.
So if Katie's listening, Katie, you might want to, if you feel like, get
Literally.
it back into it, because you are obviously like incredibly strong and athletic. Like,
That's like
you might want to look into some
insane.
Paralympic sports, because I feel like,
No, for sure. I literally just saw too on I don't know if I was on Instagram or TikTok, but there was a girl who ran a marathon with her mom.
Mhm.
And then like a week later, like 10 days later or something, she got attacked by a shark and lost her
Oh my gosh.
leg. And she said like when the paramedics were like saving her, I guess she had said in the ambulance like, "Oh, at least I got to run the marathon with my mom, like while I still had my leg." And
gosh.
because she was like, "There's no way they're gonna save my leg." And the
Yeah.
paramedic said, "You are going to run another marathon." And she's running another marathon with her leg. Oh my God, I got chills. I just got
Wait,
chills
so
retelling the
she
story.
did she get amputated?
Yeah, she got amputated. I'm pretty sure
Stop.
if
I'm gonna cry.
I know. I'm pretty sure if I remember right, it was all the way up to like her upper thigh or hip. And so she has a full prosthetic leg. And she's running her
Wow.
first marathon with her mom since the accident. But how powerful is that? It's crazy.
That's gonna make me cry. I know
I
another
know.
person. This is not even obviously gymnastics related, although I do think that's a whole deep dive that we could do at some point, is Paralympic
Yeah.
gymnastics, because it is like a thing, and
Yeah.
I would love to see gymnastics in the Paralympics.
Oh, for sure.
And I mean, I know a guy who, don't know him, but like run just from my town, who was on the Little League World Series team that won back in the day, and he actually
Yeah.
went and had a car accident, got amputated. I was just like, that's another person where I'm just like, it's such a great outlet as well.
Yes.
Especially if you were like athletic and did sports and stuff before an accident
Yeah.
like that, or before you lost your leg or arm or whatever.
Mhm.
But it's such a great outlet afterwards to put your all into that and still show that these people with disabilities can do incredible
Just
things. I mean,
insane
still
things.
above and beyond what a normal person can do,
Oh,
because when I watch the Paralympians,
100%.
it's just
100%.
insane. Do you know who the armless archer is?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
pretty
when we
sure
were
I
covering
do.
the Paralympics last year, I forget his last name. I think it's Matt something, but they called him the armless archer. Literally armless, no arms.
Yes, no arms.
And I don't believe he has any legs either.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think
No,
he does.
no. He does. He does have legs. I forget. But basically he would shoot with his foot.
That's crazy.
And I mean, bullseye every single time. Incredible. Just
no, it's wild.
And I couldn't do that.
No, neither can
And
I.
like,
I can't do that now, and I'm very
it's incredible.
able-bodied.
So
and I can't do that at all.
This is like the random tangent off to tune into the Winter Paralympics in the spring, because I mean, Winter Paralympics is absolutely wild. There's like sled hockey and this kind of thing and blah blah blah. There are literally blind alpine skiers
That's insane.
with guides going down, like Michaela Schifrin.
Yeah,
But they are blind.
that's crazy.
I couldn't
That's crazy.
even fathom, but it's incredible to watch.
No, that's insane.
Incredible. Okay, so
Ugh.
anyways,
What a
Katie.
good stick. You're
Katie.
slaying queen, and look into
Wow.
the Paralympics. We'd love to talk
Yes.
about you in the Paralympics, but also
Yeah,
like no
we
pressure.
would.
But like you're slaying, so like
like,
maybe
could
think
you
about it.
imagine and it really could be a quick turnaround. Could you imagine in like 4
I
years,
know.
8 years or something, and it's just like Katie Guillory, Paralympian.
I can
We're
see
just
it.
like,
Also,
oh my
talk
God,
about
we
like
talked about her.
such a good story for your athletes to see. Like, not obviously
yeah.
you don't wish this to happen, but like that type of perseverance and just like determination and grit. Like, oh my God, you'd never catch me ever talking back to her during conditioning. I'd be like, yeah, you're right, girl. Let me get down. I can do 5 more.
She'd be like, you need to do some burpees, and she'd be like, I can't. And be like,
really? Yeah, I'd be like,
are you sure?
Nope.
You gonna
so
tell
fair.
me that you can't?
No, I'd be like, so fair. So fair. I'll do them. I love
Okay,
that.
what's your stick?
My stick is seeing Suni, Simone, Allie, and Jordan at New York Fashion Week because it was such a pleasant surprise to see them all together, because I just feel like they've all been so spread out. And it was just, honestly, I've been so chaotic with my life, just moving, that I opened my phone and I saw it, and it was just such a nice surprise. I was like, ugh. And it's like 4 of my favorites, so I was just so happy. And it is really cool because I think that this particular group of gymnasts is very involved in the like fashion and art space. And I think it's kind of like a cool, like, not just gymnastics connection that they all have, which I think has been really cool to watch.
Yeah. And I can't pronounce the event that they were at, but it was like
No,
Vanity Fair / Audemars Piguet, maybe.
That sounds good.
I just know I can't afford whatever they're selling. That's all I know.
No, not at all. But you want to know what? I can take the dopamine that picture gave me. So thanks, guys.
Yes.
I really needed it. I was in the trenches. I needed that. Thank you.
Gosh, and the craziest thing is, like, if you're out of the gymnastics realm, of course people know, a lot of people know them, but there could have been like some people just like walking past them, being like not even knowing that they were in the presence of gymnastics royalty.
Greatness. Yeah. No, literally. No. I remember Allie Raisman was like the first gymnast that I like grew up watching, but then I also got to watch her be like a normal person. And I just remember being like, oh, there is life after gymnastics. Like, it was so cool to see. I love her. I love them all. They're just, talk about a good group for motivation right there. That group right there.
Yeah.
But that's my stick.
Woo.
Shall we get into the... Thank you.
Yeah.
Shall we get into the top 10s?
Yeah.
GN top 10s?
All right. Our top 10 gymnastics headlines of the week. This is where we catch you up on the gym stories of the week and give you the gist of what you need to know. So, number 1... everybody's talking about it still, kind of reeling from it. The Paris World Challenge Cup was over the weekend, and the top billing delivered, and then some. Most notably, Angelina Melnikova made 3 out of 4 event finals in her first international meet since 2021, and won beam gold and floor silver. And Hiii Nemour is in another universe on bars.
Unreal.
I think she won by like... hold on momentarily, over 1.5 points, and it could have been higher, but she missed a connection. So crazy. On the men's side, Tokyo Olympic floor champion Artem Dokopiat continued his success on the apparatus, and Paris Olympic silver medalist Nariman Kurbanov edged some young talent to win pommel horse. We're talking like an 18-year-old and 19-year-old upcoming stars.
That's crazy.
He's 27 and crushed it. So,
hey, King, we're the same age. I'm just getting so motivated right now. I'm like,
this is a really motivating podcast. Everybody,
like, yes,
go out and run a mile. I mean, 10 miles.
And I was even thinking of, hey, I've been on my running journey, so I can actually do that right now. But my goal is to run a marathon, and then I feel like I'm going to get addicted to running marathons, and I'm kind of scared because I don't know if my body can handle that after all the flipping. So we'll see.
I'll go Peloton. That's what I've been doing. That was my
I
push
love
present.
cycle. Oh, that's a good push present, Johnny. That is a good. Yeah, of course, but I was, trying to give him some credit.
I was just like, yeah, but he was just like, okay, that's fine. And then I was like, okay, awesome. So
I love that.
My addiction. We don't have a good cycling place here in town, so it's worth the investment.
Yeah, no, for sure. Oh, well, I love that. And I love Kalia. I'm going to say it wrong. Kalia. It's like Kayla, but not. Kalia Nemour. Her bars, I could watch on a loop for legitimately the rest of my life, and I think I'd be content. It is just the prettiest, most insanely gorgeous bar set ever. Even when there's mistakes, I'm like, I don't even care. It's so good. I'm gonna keep watching.
She just floats through it, and it's so quick, but also insanely difficult. It's just the perfect mix of obviously exceptional execution, consistency, difficulty. Like,
and that's the biggest thing is, honestly, I have not seen execution like that in years on bars. I mean, it's just like flawless to watch execution wise. Like, there's no choppiness. Her toe point, her body lines, it's unreal. Not to fangirl, but like, seriously, top 10 things I would watch on a loop. That's probably like number 1 or 2.
Okay, number 2, Carissa.
All right. Less than 2 weeks from U.S. Women's World Team Selection Camp, we'll be previewing the camp and giving our predictions in next week's episode. But some early information for you guys for planning purposes. The competition will be the evening of September 30th and the morning of October 1st, with the final team expected to be announced shortly after the conclusion of competition. Both days will stream on Flip Now, and we will also have on-site coverage over here at Gymnastics Now. The roster of contenders for the 4-woman team has been whittled down to 10. Claire Peace, Hesley Rivera, Jayla Hang, Dulcie Kaler, Simone Rose, Ashley Sullivan, Jocelyn Robertson, Sky Blakely, Leanne Wong, and Gabrielle Hardy. Love. I'm so excited for that.
It'll be a lot, very exciting. We just decided, USA Gymnastics had reached out about us going to the event. It's in Tennessee, so it's like a 4.5-hour drive from here for me. And I was on the fence just because of Henry. It's just very challenging to travel with a 3-month-old, and then of course nursing. But decided today that we will go. So
super exciting. Live.
Yep.
Oh, that means you guys are going to get the best coverage because Patricia's going. So make sure you tune into the site.
Very excited. We'll definitely have coverage of both of the meets. And then we will have a special recap episode later that week. So we'll have 2 episodes that week.
Yes.
Recapping U.S. Women's World Team Selection Camp as well.
Yep. It's going to slide. Stay tuned.
Number 3, NCAA recruiting roundup after the quad commitments of LSU and Auburn last week, really throwing us through for a loop. We saw some sister. It was insane. We saw some sister commits over the weekend. Cameron Shepard, sister of NC State legend Emily Shepard, committed to Arkansas, and Kira DiCello, sister of Florida and elite star Kayla DiCello, committed to Kentucky. Tyler Turner also committed to Florida. On the men's side, Gage Calley committed to Nebraska, and Dylan Briones, brother of Stanford alum Brandon Briones, also Olympic team alternate for the Tokyo team for the U.S., committed to Oklahoma. Ooh, family rivalries brewing everywhere.
I know, literally. I love that line that you threw in there. That was really good.
And then Maxime Kahn, probably the top recruit of his class, and Dante Reeve were spotted at visiting Illinois. So another one closer to figuring out where those guys are going.
And guess who's going to be close? Who could cover those competitions?
Fun.
I am so excited about the Kentucky commit. It's because I love Kentucky. I've been standing Kentucky for like a long time.
They're just a lovable team. What can you say? They're just
so lovable. Anywho, we'll move on to number 4. That's so exciting though, and I think it's gonna. I love family rivalries. I love a story. I love a storyline. Okay, so we're gonna keep up with the NCAA news. It's time to talk about some bling. Love that. Let's take some time to admire Michigan men's Big Ten and NCAA rings and the LSU women's SEC rings. No, these are insane. This is like the type
of what I put on the script.
Yeah.
Oh. That's it. I'm not going.
My body does not regret me following through with gymnastics because I think I saved my body a lot of misery. But when I see stuff like these rings, I'm like, dang it. you couldn't have just pushed through for a couple more years because these are so, like, that's so cool.
Charlie Larson, one of Michigan's standouts who we love, he was just like, they did kind of like a little tour of the ring, and he was just like, 100% gold, wink.
Literally, I'm like, if I got one of these rings, it would be nicer than any wedding ring I would ever get. Like, truly.
I can't imagine.
These are
I would love
insane.
the details on like how much these cost, all the well, I think they do like show like
even
what
the Michigan
the details
one, like,
are, but
they pretty much have one for like any occasion, because they have one that's like blue plated and then they have one that's the yellow plated, and I'm like, okay, so sure, I guess.
It's incredible.
Must be nice. Well deserved, obviously, well deserved. But
wait, are you talking about the Big Ten and then the NCAA rings?
yeah,
my husband is not non-existent. He is we call it equally shared parenting. We're a 50-50 team, but he is at a meeting right now, so
we get to see Henry.
What we're gonna do. Look at that red hair on the back of his head.
I know. He's gonna be the Lorax.
He's gonna be so cute.
He is gonna be so cute.
All right, well, I guess we'll just have a baby head in the...
Yeah, he wanted to see the bling. He wanted to see the bling rings.
He did. So yeah, sorry, I kind of blanked out when you were talking about the two rings. So you know that it's like a Big Ten ring and then an NCAA ring. It's not like two different versions.
Yes, no, I know, but it still looks like it, so it could like you could literally swap them out depending on what you're wearing. That's what I'm saying.
I guess so. My question is like when you
one is totally blue, pretty much, and then the other one's like pretty much yellow front facing the face of it.
Yeah, I love the LSU one. It is so.
I know.
LSU just hits it every single time. I mean, I love both of them, but
honestly, can I have a hot take?
Yeah,
I don't like the plate on the LSU one.
What is the plate?
It's like pulled it up. It's like a pie with lines in it. I don't like
Let's see. Oh, I kind of see that. Like it's almost like trying to be a starburst.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Ah, okay.
I don't like it. I would have liked I like how Michigan's has the diamonds.
Yeah.
The diamonds, the bedazzle.
My question first,
I just think it's too chunky.
Yeah. So then my question is like, how often do they wear these? Like, are these guys like, are the guys and gals wearing these to like football games, wearing them to certain events? I think they do wear them to football games
and events, because...
Are you worried that it's gonna like fall off your finger? Because even if it fits, like it's not...
No.
It's not, it's still so bulky and heavy.
I know. I like see them wear them to football games, and I'm like, that doesn't look comfortable.
I would just be worried that somebody's gonna like.
But I'm also at the stage in my life where comfort is so much more important to me than style, and that just means I'm old, and that's okay. So maybe we're wrong. Maybe back in the day I would have worn them.
For like 2 seconds in college, I went to the University of Georgia. If you did not hear the rundown of that last week, but I went to UGA, and you know, it's just an SEC football thing, but everybody like dresses up and wears like, you know, dresses and suits and polos and stuff to games. And I did that for like a few games right when I met this kid's father. And then I dropped that so quick. I was just I've been about comfort for a long time, which is why working from home works well for me, because if I was working in an office, oh my gosh, it'd be so miserable having to like put on something nice every day.
No, when I was a news reporter, it was literally the bane of my existence, to be honest. And that's partially why I knew I probably shouldn't be a news reporter on TV, because I just did not care about what I looked like, which unfortunately is a part of TV.
Yeah, that's part of the reason that I just immediately, like, I did a broadcast internship and, you know, did like News Source, which was like our broadcast class at UGA. And I was like, I
would be a sports reporter because you can wear fun outfits. Like, you can have more of a style. But I was just general news. And when I tell you, I almost kind of felt like I lost a little bit of myself, because I was just like,
that's
you
how
just
it
have
is
to
in news.
look
That's how it is
so
in broadcast.
Professional. They had me change my hair.
Oh yeah, they'll literally have people come in. If you don't know anything about broadcast news,
you
this
should.
is why I was immediately like, Absolutely
No.
not. They pay you pennies. You
Nothing.
get no life. You get no vacation. And then
Nope.
they'll have somebody come in and be like, I'm a consultant. And they'll tell you, you know what? You look terrible. You
Yeah.
need to do this with your makeup. And you actually need to have a black bob. And that's what's going to sell.
Yep. Yeah, and unfortunately, I'm not saying that people go into it for the wrong reasons. I did go into it for the storytelling of it and like to give a voice to the voiceless. And so once it started to get a little too, how shall we say, focused on my looks and not what I went into it for, I left. I said, bye, I gotta go.
Good.
And then I found Patricia.
It was actually, really the funniest thing about that, and then we'll move on to our next headline,
Yeah.
is, baby. The funniest thing about that is that Carissa messaged me, and Carissa was at a station in my town, and this is like not a big town. I'm in Columbus, Georgia, okay? This is, what market is it, like 125 or something?
It was, when I went, it was like, I think it was in the 130s.
It's like a pretty small market. It's not like the smallest by any means, but it's a pretty small market. And like she was here and then she was gone and she messaged me.
Yeah, we had never crossed paths ever.
Did you know I was in Columbus?
No, I knew when I looked you up because I had followed gymnastics now and I really loved it. And I'd covered Auburn while I was in, because that was when Suni Lee was there. And so I had convinced my news station to let me go and cover gymnastics the way it should be covered, in my opinion. And so I got to cover Auburn and I never met Patricia. I never ran into her. I don't know how. And then I was literally hundreds of thousands of miles away in Michigan, had decided to leave news. And I said, you know, I'm just going to message the editor of gymnastics now, like the owner, like, and just like see if she needs any writers or something. And I look and she's in Columbus, Georgia. And she's like mutual friends with half the people I worked with. And I will say that station, I loved them. Like I still talk to everybody there. I had a great experience there. Like they slay. So they were not the downfall. But I just thought it was so funny. And it's funny because she'll post like stuff with me and be like, oh, like, look at what Carissa did for gymnastics now or whatever. And all of my coworkers will like comment on it. And it's just such a weird small world that happened. Anyway. Wait, I can't hear you. Oh,
sorry. I had to mute. It is just, that's the funniest thing. It is wild. So,
I know. It's so crazy.
Hopefully you can you hear me okay? I have to pull back a little bit from the mic because I'm cradling a child.
No, you're fine. You're good.
Okay. College gymnasts also made a splash on college football Saturday with LSU making a cameo on SEC Nation and Michigan being honored at the Big House. Fred Richard actually made some remarks to the crowd, and well, we've just got to show you what happened next. He basically goes and he gives a speech to the crowd, which obviously Michigan, I don't know how many people, it's gotta be like 110,000 people in their stadium. And he's like, I don't know, he's like, turn my swag on, which I think is like a Michigan thing. I know the song, but like I think it's like a Michigan thing.
Yeah.
And then he does flares and a backflip and lands in his like trademark Frederick flips pose. I mean, and this is on the football field. So this is probably being edited and right here while I explain it.
Yeah, it will be. But that's so on brand for him. It's like I want to be shocked and I can't be because it's so on brand for him.
Wild.
Of course. Okay.
Wild.
The best tool that gymnastics gives any person is that you will have party tricks for life. You will always be the hit of the party.
I think Simone was like doing backflips and stuff at, was it her wedding?
No, it was somebody else's. It was somebody else's. She did a backflip.
Yeah, it was just crazy. Like, you're just like, watch
and
this.
Then Livy Dunn and Jordan Childs are whipping out the splits and front aerials and whatnot on SI Swim.
Yeah.
And I'm literally like, it's so funny because you get so annoyed that people are like, can you do a flip? And you're like, yes, I can do a flip. But then when it's like your choice to do it, you always do it because it's like, whoop, shock value.
It's true.
I love it.
I mean, it's the same thing because like obviously I did gym, but then I picked competition cheer and similar thing where you're just like, there's like, can you do a backflip? And I'm just like, yeah, not anymore. My last time I did a back handspring, I will say this. The last time I did a back handspring, I did it for a tease for my college broadcast class. And by a tease, it's basically like what they like give you before like they go to break, before your story in the next segment for people that don't understand. And so I did actually a back tuck on like a trampoline at a local gym, but then I did a back handspring in the lawn of like a building at UGA, and I was just like, up next in news. Back handspring.
Literally.
Last one I ever did. It was not pretty. And honestly, I was so brave because I could have broken my neck in the middle of the UGA campus.
You're so brave.
And nobody would have seen it, and I would have just been like laying there just like
no.
Somebody would have found me.
No, literally. Sometimes you just gotta like I really like to just like check sometimes. Like, do I still have it? And then I like break every bone in my body and I'm like, well, I still have it. I'm just gonna be in pain tomorrow. But
exactly. Nowadays, for me it's handstands. So like I did my first handstand
I always
after
do handstands.
I didn't do one like Alicia Sacramone was doing handstands when she was pregnant, but I was not brave enough. She's also like had 5 kids, so this was my first. So I was not doing handstands throughout this pregnancy. Yeah. But I was so sad during my pregnancy not being able to do handstands just because I was worried. I don't know. But I did like my first handstands post baby like a few weeks ago, and I was just like, so good.
It's so great to have that back. I can't explain it to people, the feeling of a handstand. Like truly, like I'm stressed, I want to do a handstand. I'm excited, I want to do a handstand. Like I don't know why. I don't know the science behind it, but it just is like, it's like people's like tapping, like how people like tap or shake their leg. I just want to do a handstand. It's really weird. It's a weird, strange thing. Anyways, we're getting off topic and she has a baby, so let's get going here. Number 6, in other international news, 2024 Olympic all-around champion Shin Osuke Oka injured his low back in a recent meet, but is expected to make a full recovery in the next week or so. He is still expected to compete at Worlds. Oof, low back injuries are no fun. And a full recovery in the next week. That's crazy though. I don't know if I'd be ready for that in a week. But you know what? Good for him. Good for him. Ooh, let's do number 7. New documentary alert. Rebecca Andrade and her coach Zyko released a mini documentary with Adidas on YouTube last weekend. The doc explores the special relationship between Rebecca and the coach that has been through it all with her. Like seriously, since she was 7. That's insane. And he's now a father figure and a trusted friend of hers. It's actually through the eyes of Zyko and so worth the 14-minute runtime, which you could watch that on your lunch break. Like you could watch that. We can watch it right now. You can watch that right after this. You're not going to click out of here to watch it. You're going to watch it right after. Okay. I'm so excited to watch this. I haven't had time yet, but now I'm going to watch it tonight. Only 14 minutes. Dang. Talk about a short film. I love that though. I love that sometimes because sometimes I feel like you need the short form first to get the story, and then the like people loving it so much cause for demand for a long form version of it. So hopefully that's what we will get because I love Rebecca Andrade. I love her. She's just like a little person of joy, like just joy and humor and love. Like I love her. All right, let's move on to number 8. I'm going to keep talking because Patricia's dealing with baby. So she's listening and she's nodding and she's giving us reactions, but I'm going to take over the headlines for now. All right, number 8. Meet the mascot of the 2025 World Artistic Gymnastics Championships, Nodi, inspired by Indonesia's iconic Rufeliza Arnoldi. Nodi represents strength, beauty, and the spirit of this historic milestone, as this is the first time the World Championships are being held in Indonesia and Southeast Asia. Wait, that's so cool. I actually saw this and I was like, that is such a cute mascot. One thing about me is I love all the mascots. They're all so cute and they're so character-based, and I always want a stuffed animal of them, which is kind of tragic because I'm 27. But anyways, love that. In case you missed it, spoiler alert, Steven Nedorozic and his family won their Celebrity Family Feud matchup last week against Jordan Chiles and co. Somewhat controversially, during Fast Money, Steven was asked to name a part of the body that keeps replacing itself. He answered liver, and it got 0 points. What? That's crazy. Wait. I'm going to have to do some Googling after this one. Dancing with the Stars is in full swing. Whoop, it's time. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern to see that girl, Jordan Childs, and her partner, Ezra Sosa, compete for the Mirrorball Trophy. And don't forget to vote to keep them on the show. Yes, you guys need to be active. We need to participate. Participation is key. We got to get that girl to win. Okay? Okay.
All right. So now that Carissa has finished her... It's Carissa's top 10 because I cut out. Okay, now that we've given you the rundown on the gym news, we want to go into some specific stories, really just the Paris World Cup that we think needs a little bit more attention. So we have some explaining to do for the week. And again, Paris World Challenge Cup recap. So the Paris World Challenge Cup was held over the weekend at Accor Arena, site of artistic and trampoline gymnastics at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Numerous world and Olympic medalists were victorious at the apparatus-only meet, including Nemour of Algeria, continuing her dominance on bars, as we've discussed and already fangirled a bunch about. Angelina Melnikova, an AIN from Russia, winning gold on beam in her first international meet since 2021. Artem Dogopiat of Israel showing his prowess on floor, and Joe Frazier edging Angel Barajas of Colombia on parallel bars. This was the second to last FIG meet before next month's World Championships. So we're going to talk a little bit about our winners of the meet and then look ahead to Worlds. But if you want just the results recap to watch the winning routines, we have that all at gymnastics-now.com, and you can go and see all of that, how the finals play it out, etc., etc. But my number one winner of this meet was Melnikova, of AIN from Russia, not representing Russia, but representing herself as an authorized neutral athlete. She qualified to 3 of 4 finals. I think she fell on bars. But she made a mistake on bars, so she didn't qualify to that. But honestly, she probably would have qualified to that final if she hadn't made a mistake. And qualified to vault, beam, floor, obviously won medals, won gold on beam, silver on floor. And she looked pretty good for not having competed internationally in 4 years.
No, it's
so
insane.
I think that it was definitely, like we talked about it last week, but I think it was definitely on the positive side. I don't know how to basically we were just like, this could go this could go one of two ways. She pretty much made
everybody eat their words. Like, she was like, no, I'm gonna be just fine.
Yeah, I do think,
I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, it was, I saw some people talking about how, like we've said it before, I think we said it last week, she is definitely a fan favorite for some, and then, maybe not as much of a fan favorite because some people, are thinking about the political side of things, which is, obviously not a good situation with Russia's war on Ukraine and all of that. But from an unbiased perspective, purely gymnastics, she has beautiful gymnastics. She just presents herself so incredibly across all of the apparatus.
She's just a great athlete to watch.
And she just kind of exudes a special joy that she has, and she's been on the scene for a long time, obviously there was the break, but she has this just special quality about her that it's definitely this performance quality, I guess you could say.
For sure.
And the crowd loved her. They were eating it up.
I mean, how can you not? It's an insane comeback story, essentially.
Yeah, and I mean, it's an interesting comeback story because obviously it's not an injury or retirement and coming back, etc. But for her to pick up and look she belonged, right? She belonged because she won beam gold, she won floor silver. She belonged among that group. It wasn't like she was out of her depths.
Yeah, for sure.
There. So that was great to see purely from the gymnastics perspective. And then a lot of the athletes were obviously very excited to see her. Kalia and her took a photo. Jessica Gadirova and her took a photo. She had a lot of photos with various athletes and stuff. So it was also good, I think, just seeing the gymnastics community
like welcome her back.
embracing,
Yeah.
embracing her. So of course, politics aside, it was overall,
Yeah.
I think, she was a winner, and she
Yeah.
was one of my winners of the meet. So
No, yeah, she killed it.
So it'll be very interesting to see. There are, of course, some other AINs from Russia. It'll be interesting to see, basically, ahead of Worlds and stuff, what happened. But yeah, I mean, she's back, so
She's back.
we'll see
We'll see what happens.
mean, she could feasibly, depending on how Worlds shakes out. Of course, it's a more stacked field
Yeah.
for sure, but this was still a decently stacked field for non-Olympic year, or post-Olympic year, Paris World Cup. So, and then the other person that we talked about last week was Jessica Gadirova. I think, of those two, Melnikova was obviously like the winner. She won 2 medals, made all this finals. Jessica Gadirova was in the bars final. She finished 5th. She's only doing bars and beam.
Yeah.
But, I don't think it was the showing that everybody was expecting of her. But of course, she's still on the comeback trail. She's still got a 13-2 on bars, and she's still, everybody's just excited to have her back.
Yeah, and she's coming back from an injury. So again, it is kind of that different viewpoint, essentially, of a comeback
it's great.
story.
She's making progress. I definitely think it's just another step in the right direction.
Yeah, you have to take it slow with stuff like that because you don't want to end up exactly where you were.
Yeah, exactly. And it's her first international meet. She did English and British championships earlier this year, but first international meet. So, again, everybody was really excited to have her back. I saw some people talking about, what is GB going to do with their Worlds team? And some were debating if Jessica would, even be on the team.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think they have something in their selection procedures that essentially says, they're looking ahead as well to LA. And of course, she said that LA is her goal. She's pacing herself. So the logical next step is for her to get back on the world stage, get that world experience. Even if she's not going to medal, I don't think they really have a bunch of other medal potential per se, or at least 4 other women that are going to be medal contenders. So overall, I think it was a good next step. And
no, I agree. I think she's got time, and there's no point in rushing it, especially when you're coming back from an injury. I think we'll see more as she progresses, but I feel like she knows what she's doing. So even though it would have been nice to see her come out and do more, it's like you said, step in the right direction. We'll get her back fully eventually.
I believe, and I might be no sleeve dissociating, just making things up in my head.
Yeah.
But I do believe I saw something that said that she is working back to get back on vault and floor. We know that she has made it very clear that she is only doing bars and beam this season. So that would be next season. But the 2022 world champion on floor, it'll be so good to see her back.
Oh,
when
I know.
she gets back to those other 2 events, when she's back fully in the all around. So
no, for sure. For sure. Oh, I'm so excited for her to be fully back, but I'm glad she's pacing herself.
Yeah.
Very important.
And then Kaylia, of course, she, like I said, she missed her Maloney connection in the final, so she only got a 15.033 to win gold on bars by
just insane.
Let me see. I'm trying to do 6, 7, 1.7, I think, points.
That's insane. With a misconnection.
And it would have been almost 2 points if she had made that connection. And then I think it just didn't. It really, I mean, looking at both routines, you could tell that it was somebody was just this is actually one of her bad routines.
Yeah. Oh, which is insane to say. Her bad is somebody's phenomenal, which is crazy.
It's kind of like a Simone situation, right? In this, on bars, it's just she's so good and she can make. Obviously, it's one event, so if she falls, then it opens the door wide open. But when she hits, it's so challenging, and she doesn't. Some people because she's really been so dominant the past like couple of years and has really made a name for herself on bars, some people might not realize that she doesn't have a world bars title. She only won silver in 2023. So
Yeah.
if she wins this year, and of course we're always leaving the door open, and that is contingent. China's always going to usually bring an incredible bars worker.
Yeah.
But if she wins this year, it'll be her first world title on bars. So
Yeah.
still plenty for her left to achieve.
Yeah, literally. No, I know. I always think to myself, like, you don't want to hit your peak at the wrong time. So I feel like this is good. Like, maybe that she missed a connection, then she'll hit at Worlds, she can get the title. It's just, I'm obsessed with her bars routine. So I'm hoping for the best.
I really want somebody to go, and somebody might be myself. I had already been meaning to do it, but I really want to dig into the data and go back through and see, basically check out her international routines, because domestic competitions, it's hard to look at, but like basically like all of the meets from the past like couple years that she's done, and see how consistent she has been. But I mean, of course, let's see. Hold on. Of course, she was focused like on bars this weekend, but I mean, a lot of people are basically saying like, you know, could she win the world all-around title this year? And I mean, I fully think that she could. I mean, just bars alone, but then she's also great on beam. So if she can really put together the other two events, can you imagine that story? Because
no, that would be insane.
I believe that would be, of course, she made history for Africa and Algeria at the games, but like I think that would be the first women's world all-around champion, maybe all-around men's or women, from Africa ever.
No, that's insane. It would be so cool. Now that's a storyline to follow.
Every time she shows up, Versailles, Accor, it's just I know that it's just a reminder to the French Federation of what they lost.
I know.
And if you don't know, you can go search Kayla's name on our site, and you can go read about how she basically ended up competing for Algeria when she's Algerian, but she's also French, and France kind of
screwed that up,
messed that one up.
That's like one of the biggest bag fumbles, especially modern day.
Yeah, it's rough.
Tough for sure.
Okay, so other winners of the meet on the women's side, I'll say Sabrina Meneka-Voina of Romania. She won gold on floor, but did you see her pass? Have you seen how her first pass is looking as of late?
No.
Okay. Chris has been moving, so she's still catching up on all the stuff. But
fill me in.
She's been messing around with like a punch front out of her first pass, and it did not look good. Like I think it was like last year. It looked like it was a concern. I would say it was an Achilles concern. Just because it was she could not get the punch out of that. But she is doing a whip to double layout, whip to direct double layout to punch front, and she just floats. I mean, she has I'm just like, can you do a double front instead of a punch front? It's so good.
Okay, well now I have to go look it up. So
we will edit it into this so you can see.
I know. That's what's nice about this podcast is if I am missing out on like a video, I get to go and find it because I get to go put it in the podcast.
And if you can obviously listen to this, but we're trying to give our ones who view this some added value with some visuals and such. So.
Oh, for sure. No, that's insane. I mean, it's good that she got it together because a front punch will take out your Achilles. That's for sure.
On the men's side, Italy's Thomas Grasso did. I'm sure I'm butchering Grasso from the Italian perspective. So if Filippo, one of our photographers, is listening, please don't kill me. I'm sorry.
So sorry.
But Thomas Grasso did a triple twisting Yurchenko as one of his vaults on his way to vault gold, and it was so beautiful. He just had like a small hop back, but it was stunning.
That's just insane.
And he was I need to check into what Italy's like world team situation is, but back in 2021 he was 4th in the vault final in Kita Kyoshu at that world, so he could be back and contending for a vault medal and maybe 4 years later make it happen. So
that'd be sick.
Next month.
How old is he? Do you know?
Grasso, let's see. So yeah, I did learn last night when I was doing the results that you have to put in gymnast for him, because there's like, I think there's some kind of like
actor
murderer named Thomas Grasso. He's 24. Hold on, let me make sure that I'm not just putting out there fake news. Was an American convicted murderer who was executed by the state of Oklahoma. So, always type in Thomas Grasso gymnast, especially since
gagged. You keep shocking me today with where your stories are going. That was not what I expected. I was like, oh, it's like a movie version. Murderer?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he killed some old ladies. Terrible.
No. Stop.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, we're not even gonna get into that. This is not, my dad likes to watch all those murder shows. I do not.
Ooh, I do like. I don't like to watch the shows. I like to watch documentaries, and then I like to watch or listen to podcasts when I'm driving across the country.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is super great. Because then I get scared to go to the bathroom and get gas.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's not it for me. I actually have night terrors, fun fact, so I cannot fuel those in any ways.
Yeah, so no. None for you. None for you.
My other winner would be Chia Hong Tung of Chinese Taipei on high bar. So he competed a 6.1 D score in qualifications and qualified first easily. He went for a 6.7 in the final, so 6/10 increase, including a triple pike. And he almost hit it, but he fell forward on the triple pike. So I think he had I think the next highest D score was like a 6.2, so he had half a point advantage D score purely in that final. So he's definitely, he won, what was it? I think he won bronze in Paris last year. I'm just blanking. I wrote it down last night. So, but he won, let's see. Yeah, Olympic high bar bronze medalist last year. And if he brings that routine and hits it and obviously qualifies to the final, he could definitely be our next world high bar champion. So Brody Malone has some competition, and other people. Brody is not the only one, but Brody is also bringing a very high D score routine to worlds. So
that's definitely something to watch.
I think
love
that
men's
this high bar final will be really exciting. These apparatus World Cups are great. I love the post-Olympic year worlds as well, because it's fun to see these athletes that otherwise might not ever make a world team or might not even get the chance, because the worlds in a post-Olympic year is so open for like, as far as like registrants and stuff and qualifying goes. So it's really exciting to see these people compete versus later years when we're worried about Olympic qualification and all of that.
Yeah. No, I think it's like, it's cool for the audience as well, because we get to see such a wider array of athletes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's going to be great. So,
no, I'm so excited for Worlds.
Yep. So
I won't be moving, so I'll be on it.
I'm excuse me. Yeah, Worlds will be good. And we will have tons of great coverage from our peeps that are going there to Jakarta. So,
love that.
All right. So, yeah. So if you want to see the full, like, rundown. We recapped it at very high level and have the results, qualifying results, winning routines and stuff on the site. So go check that out. And then let's transition to our last segment of the episode where we get to dive into more of a pop culture / real life headlines in the gym world. In gymnasts are people too.
I love this headline.
That's our transition sound.
I love that. I'm going to clip that and just put it under everything.
Do. I was singing a song to Henry the other day. I sing a lot of songs to Henry, and you know, some of them I think are bangers. I should just write them down and like record a kids album.
I think you should. Yeah,
I always
for
forget
sure.
them. So
tragic.
We're
gonna have to mini mic you.
I hope y'all are loving seeing my child's head for this whole episode. Australia's Georgia Godwin published her 4th book of her gymnastics diary series recently called Vault Victory, which is co-authored with Scholastic Australia. And I love Georgia Godwin. I love her personality. I love her social media. And she has written this series, and this was the final book in her apparatus set. So there's one story for each of the WAG apparatus. And I want to buy them for my kids. Would love for her to do a MAG one too. Why not? Like just maybe partner with Heath Thorpe.
No, that'd be so good. That'd be so good.
I feel like Heath would be a great children's
for
author
sure
too. Or like more like whatever. It definitely seems like more of like it's a children's book. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like,
seems like it.
Yeah. Young kids.
Wait, but that's so cool.
Yeah, it is. And she just like she posted it and kind of just like gave a little preview of her unboxing the book. But yeah, you want to read it? Oh, you want to read it? Yeah.
See, Henry wants it already.
Got his whole fist in his mouth.
Love.
But yeah, so that was really cool, and it made me think about how gymnasts are authors too.
They are.
We've had so many good gym books this year, which I feel like is kind of like par for the course, especially after an Olympic year. But we had Jordan's book. I believe it's called I'm That Girl, whatever. Then Amy Borman, Simone's old coach, publishing The Balance, which is a really good read. Lots of great details. And then we have Fred Flips, which is from Frederick Richard, and it's a kid's book.
I love that. I love that we're getting into kids book territory.
Yeah,
because usually it's like the bio or the behind the scenes or the autobiographies, which are great. I love them now as an adult, but I remember when I was a kid, Sean Johnson did a book and it was still like an autobiography, but they made it like super kid friendly and with like pictures and everything. I had her sign it. It was like, and it still was one of my favorite books ever. But I think it's cool that you're getting actual children's books now that are like stories, instead of just like autobiographies.
I think they sent Golden Book sent me like their Simone, like they do like a biography series where they like basically like do a little kids golden book on different big figures, and they did a Simone one. I'm so anal because I think I like saw like one like factual error in it and I was just like, this is wrong. But it's still a good book. That's just
one
the
thing about
journalist
Patricia is that she was born to be an editor. Like truly. Like I've actually never met somebody that was so born to be an editor. I think she came out of the womb correcting things, actually.
What, like when you think of like a grammar Nazi, that's me. But I am nice.
Yes, she's very sweet. It's just funny because I'm like dyslexic. I can write great content.
You can.
It's the other stuff.
She's the spearheader behind our story behind the Leo.
Yeah, that's me.
Features that are always so fun and always such a hit.
Oh, thanks, Queen. I'm so into this. I'd buy them for my kids.
I really want to order them from Australia, the Georgia books. And then she's apparently coming out with a training workbook too, where you can basically like for actual, gymnasts that,
cool.
Where they can kind of document their training sessions, pre, mid, post, and all of that, which I think is great too. And it's really cool. I would love to see more kids books. I would love to see more kids books in the US from gymnasts. And I know I think Allie's got her kids' books.
Yeah.
I think she's got a couple maybe. And then I feel like there's some others, but I would be really interested to know if you're listening, and you've gotten this far, what your favorite like gymnastics book by like a gymnast or gymnastics book or just anything kind of in that realm.
Yeah. Put that in the comments. Put that in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, let us know. I do yeah, I think like Sean Johnson did The Flip Side. I have that on my shelf over.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. The Flip Side. Have an advanced copy of that from back in the day. And then I have two of the balance books. So if you make it this far and you share your favorite book and you follow the pod, I'll send it to somebody.
Oh,
Just
I love that.
comment and let us know what your favorite book is and make sure you're following, and I'll reach out and I'll send it to you.
Our first giveaway,
because I have two of them. So
love that.
I'll reach out at the end of the month and see. I'll give it a little bit of time, but
yeah, love.
It's there. I literally have.
You
them,
have
like,
to make
right
it
there.
all the way through this podcast and comment and be an active participant and subscribe.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So comment your favorite gymnastics book and make sure you're subscribed. And at the end of the month, I will come back to the comments. And even if there's one person who replied and was just like, "This is my favorite book," and I'm subscribed, I'll be sending it to you. I will message you. So make sure your DMs are open.
Literally. Oh, love.
I need to buy Fred flips for Henry. So I'm really excited for that. That's the one thing. Like I'm a big proponent in putting your kids in gymnastics, and I think that's like the key to getting more men's gymnastics participation is putting little boys in gymnastics young to learn the basics of the sport. But also, it's not just the basics of the sport; it's just basic coordination and activity, and great to get your energy out. And then
agree.
Some will stay in to compete, and some might use that as like a baseline and a feeder sport into other sports. But I feel like that's the key. This kid is going to my gym at 4 months. It's not really like actual gymnastics, but I can't put him in an elite program right now. So
I'm dead. Turn 6 and you're going elite. Hope you're ready, Henry.
I think you can start going to actual gymnastics classes at like 3 years old. So
you should look at your local gymnastics place because we had a Tiny Tots program, and they also did like a mommy and me class essentially.
Okay.
And I think they were really young. They were like 6 months and up, I think. So
I think I looked and they didn't have one at the one here in town, but as far like I think it only started at like 2.
Yeah.
But my gym goes, you can start at 4 months.
Yeah.
And he's already got like his, he'll have 2 rounds of vaccines and stuff like that by then. So we're just like,
because I love kids. I love them, but I've never gotten sicker than being a gymnastics coach. I'm scared of you.
You're walking into a petri dish. Like, it is literally...
And they're the best, and they, like, want to, like, give you a hug, or, like, you're helping them on the bars, and they cough in your face, and it's like, I was sick every week, which is totally fine. Like, it's fine. They're kids. They don't mean to do it, but, like, truly, when I tell you, be prepared. It's so inevitable.
We served in our church pre-K, me and Johnny, for the past few years, and I was like the pre-K coordinator, and early on, we would get sick every single week, and then our immune systems just caught on, and we would not get sick as much, but oh my gosh, yeah, they would sneeze in your face, they would come up to you with just like
snot.
This is so off base, but that being said, put your kids in gymnastics.
You should.
It's a great idea.
I do too, and I think something that I always tell people is like, I got the basics from gymnastics, and so I was able to like kind of avoid injury when I switched to cheerleading because my no hate to cheerleaders, but everybody knows that you have better
Carissa
technique.
was also a Syracuse cheerleader.
Yeah, I was a collegiate cheerleader. I was also a competitive cheerleader at World Cup in New Jersey. If anybody knows what that is, if you're in the cheer world, you'll know. But I was able to like maintain my health because cheer's intense. Cheer's intense, and you don't do as much conditioning or prepping as you do as a gymnast, and having
and
the
the technique is
basic
terrible.
build, having the basic build and the basic techniques from just being a gymnast for 12 plus years, it was so much safer for me versus my teammates, like truly so much safer. So
Yeah.
food for thought, because a lot of people put their kids in other sports, but gymnastics gives you the basis to know how to use your abs and your little muscles that you really need in every sport.
And you can get your energy out because I mean that's how like I feel like 50% of the conversations go. How'd you get into gymnastics?
Yeah.
Well, my mom was like, you are jumping off the walls, so we need to go put
That
you in
was me.
gymnastics.
I was climbing the counter and doing handstands and I fell.
Oh, goodness. Okay, all right. Well, that is, I think, it for
I
our
agree.
show. So,
Slay.
Carissa's gonna go get wine with her grandma, I guess.
I am.
And I am gonna go mom to this child who is now asleep in my arm. So
I love that
wish-
it's right when we finish the podcast.
I know, wish it had been like 30 to 45 minutes ago, but you know, we had a
It's all
temporary
good.
pause, fed him a bottle,
All good.
all good. So
All good.
all right. Well, make sure you're following our social platforms. We are Decoded Gym Pod on TikTok and Instagram, and then of course Gymnastics Now across channels, YouTube, Spotify. That is where you will find us to listen to the pod, wherever you get your podcasts. And we will see you next week. So thanks for listening.
Amazing. See you next week, guys. Bye.